everybody else has to elevate their game a little bit. So if you aspire to be better, you have to get better, or you step back and you point fingers and go, oh, look at that guy. He must be, working harder than you.
Exactly.
You know? I mean, it's just
he's definitely working a little harder than you.
It's the way it is, but it's a different world.
Well, it does look like our folks on the live feed have come back. We actually just got done with a very rousing conversation about, great quarterbacks of the most recent eras. Folks like Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Tom Brady. Kind of a quick little question. I'm kind of wondering who's the quarterback that went down to Arizona. Oh shoot, I'm trying to think of his name. But that dude, I think, has got a pretty bright future ahead of him too. Anyway, it looks like we are ready for our 5 that are remaining to make their way back into the staging lanes, please. 5 left. Manuel on the bye. Dattis lane choice over Gross. Thomas lane choice over Griffith. Drivers, will get you back into the staging lanes, please. Come on down. And I do love to get this part of the night as well. Especially when, Kyler Murray. Yeah, Kyler Murray. We start to get down to this point in the night, and everybody starts taking their pick as far as who they think's going to win. And George Hoff, I'm going to have to go with you on that. Lamar is a heck of a quarterback. I certainly hope. I mean, as much as he gets outside the pocket, I do not want to see him get hurt. The man's got a lot of talent, but we know that anytime you get a quarterback that gets outside the pocket that much, the risk goes up. But that dude is unbelievable. Yeah, Steve, I think Teddy Bridgewater is looking really good. Daryl, thank you very much. Kyler Murray. Oh, got a vote in there for Baker. Was that the name? And again, I guess I'm jumping to a movie again. Remember the little Kenny Rogers movie, Six Pack? No? All right. Basically, he was like, old stock car driver that would roll around like from track to track in the South, and he ended up with like this pack of kids that ended up being his pit crew. But for some reason, the name Baker, I think it's like the character's name in that movie was something Baker. I can't remember. I might be way off there. Oh, yeah? Ooh. It's an offensive showdown in Cincy, huh?
They're killing it. 3 minutes ordered absolutely nothing.
Ben calling me out there saying I'm showing my age, calling out the old Kenny Rogers movie Six Pack where he was the stock car driver. I know, but... Yep, see, Buddy Baker. His name was Buddy Baker. So, yeah, Buddy Baker was the name. I mean, they, like, cruised around from racetrack to... I mean, there was nothing creepy about that movie, right? Old stock car driver running around with a bunch of kids in the back of a camper truck. Sorry, I digress. Sorry.
I'm done.
Oh. Was it Brewster Baker? Brewster? I don't know.
Bruiser sounds better.
Brewster. Anyway, No, I remember bits and pieces of the movie, but it was nothing I really saw. So we are going to get our 5 drivers back that are remaining. And with that, we do have just a quick little moment. Again, tomorrow morning, we are going to get into that ATI Performance Products $100,000 to win main event. We're going to start things off in the morning really, really early. And, Steve, I don't know, I'm sure you've paid attention to the reaction time challenge and kind of how it works, what the format is. But if there's anybody who is kind of new to that, tomorrow morning, I believe we've selected 25 drivers who should have already been notified that they were chosen by random tech card draw to be part of the Fall Fling Reaction Time Challenge. Again, the names that were drawn, you got Dustin Wirtz, Travis Colangelo, Kyle Anderson, Richard Alford Jr., John Engel, Will Holloman, Jordan Arnold, Jeremy Popple, Leon Robertson, Glenn McLean, Severin Johnson, Tommy Cable, Scott Carmen, Jonathan Robin, Justin Logan, Willie Rosenbaum, Fred Hagberg, Buddy Fleener, Tim Spears, Joe Gary, Marshall Daniels, Tommy Norton, Zach Fulcher, Shelby Miles, and Ronnie Whitlock were the 25 drivers who were selected to participate in the Reaction Time Challenge. Now, tomorrow morning, we're going to have those drivers lined up kind of on the return road right here next to the racetrack. They'll get out, we'll take a picture with everybody, and then they're going to get a chance to come out and take one shot at the tree. Essentially, there'll be no other incrementals. They're pretty much just going to, like, let go of the button. And if they are 00, anywhere between, like, 001 to 009, they get $100. Cash handed to them right there on the spot. If the driver is 000, they're going to get $1,000 handed to them. And the opportunity to come back and take a second hit at the tree. If they come back and go 000 again, it's worth 10 G's. So, like I said, I got a feeling we're due. Being a Vegas guy, you know, after somebody plays the machine for so long, the jackpot's got to hit. The jackpot's got to hit. So, again, they'll get one chance to take a swing at the tree, 001 to 009, $100, 000, $1,000, and if you're 000, you get a chance to come back and try to turn it into 10 more grand. But that's pretty much kind of the way that it works. Again, 25 drivers were selected. We're going to get that started right at about 8 a.m. tomorrow. We're also going to have a big announcement. I know that Joanne has been putting it up on the live feed. We've had that little kind of graphic that's gone up talking about kind of changing the game up a little bit. And again, it's always one of those things where promoters are really working to try and take the sport to the next level. Take the sport to, you know, make it a little bit better for the racer. Matter of fact, trying to make it a whole lot better for the racer. So tomorrow morning, we're going to have an announcement kind of right after that Reaction Time Challenge that is going to, again, change the game up a little bit. It's going to be something that's going to be really exciting. I mean, in years past, whenever there's been an announcement like that, it's always been something that has worked out to the benefit of the racer, and I think this one's going to be kind of exactly the same thing. So we are certainly looking forward to what that is going to be tomorrow morning. But again, big announcement coming out tomorrow morning. It's going to kind of change things up here a little bit, and I certainly think that it's going to be just for the benefit of the racers out there, for the benefit of the sport, and going to take big buck bracket racing kind of take it to the next level, take it that next step. So certainly looking forward to that announcement coming out tomorrow morning. Again, Reaction Time Challenge, that announcement coming out tomorrow morning. There's going to be a ton of stuff out there. And then, of course, we'll get right into that ATI Performance Products $100,000 to win main event on Friday. It's just going to be really cool. Just going to be really cool. So make sure that if you are up and at 'em, you're going to want to be tuning in here at about 8 a.m. Eastern Time. So you can catch the reaction time challenge and you can catch that announcement. Steven, Umberger, no, we have not yet gone to the new stadium. We have gone to the new ballpark up in Summerlin. That's a beautiful place, but haven't got out to the new stadium yet. And Daryl Pinder, no, the news is not pro stock at the Flings. Good question, though, there. Youth Rock, what's happening, man? Glad to see you checking in. NHRA mom. Hello. But I think we've got our 5. We should have our 5 that remain back in the staging lanes. What am I counting? 4 of the 5? All right. Just trying to think what else. There's usually that one thing that happens that you'll say something and it'll just like smack in the side of a beehive with a stick. Just kind of sets the chat bleachers off and gets them really going. I think one night we started having a battle about what the best candy bar was on the shelves. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'll throw this out there. So, Steve, if you could pick, and we're going to go with this. Oh, sorry, Shane Thompson just sent me a message, and I forgot all about Greg Hicks's latest nickname. He went from Hollywood to just Hef. I'll tell you what it means later. But yes, Shane Thompson, you're absolutely right. He did certainly live up to his nickname. I mean, made it all the way to the latter rounds and Hef. It's an acronym. And it's just spelled H-E-F. Just leave it at that. Hey, you know what? Why not? The H stands for huge. The E stands for embarrassing. Nah, we love you, Greg. We love you, Greg. We did. I mean, you know, we give you a hard time, but hey, when all was said and done, you were the one sitting here on the ladder. You got paid big time. You were the one sitting on the ladder, so that takes a lot of talent to do that at any one of these Fling events. So you got to go with that. All right. So the question that I was going to throw out there while we're waiting on them to have their conversation, I'll throw it out here to kind of the chat bleachers. Think about like a candy bar that was available, readily available, like when you were in high school or junior high that you can't find on the shelves anymore. Like, what was your favorite one that seemed to have like disappeared? Like, I went to the store the other day, and for some reason I was going in there because I wanted to find one of those, what are they called, the 100 grand bars. Like, it's not on the shelf at 7-Eleven anymore. Like, it's not there.
We have everywhere in Indiana.
Where did that disappear to?
I don't know.
They're still on the shelves in Indiana?
Oh, absolutely.
The 100 grands?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What about the whatchamacallits?
I haven't saw those.
Haven't seen those in a while?
No.
You know what disappeared that I used to, like as a kid? The chocolate Charleston chews.
Yeah.
I still see like the other flavor. The vanilla ones are out there, but the chocolate Charleston chews. I used to go down to 7-Eleven. They were down in like the little mini ones. They were down in like that 5-cent bin. You'd buy like 20 of them, take them home, throw them in the freezer.
Right.
But I haven't seen those around in years.
Yes, that's the problem. I've been so boring in my life. Like, I've always been a standby. Reese Cups, Snickers.
Okay.
I'm still here. But I will tell you, Reese Cups are no more. Like, it has to be Reese's Trees or pumpkins or eggs.
Yeah.
The peanut butter content is so much better. Like, I can't eat a Reese Cup anymore.
You're right. We are polar opposites. Because my wife absolutely loves Reese's peanut butter cups, but I think that the chocolate to peanut butter ratio is a little too high, like too much peanut butter. And somebody introduced me to the Reese's Thins.
Yeah.
Where the peanut butter's about half of what it is in the other ones. Those are like perfect.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't tried those. But they used to sell these things called Chuckles. They were just like the licorice, little licorice things in a pack. And you don't see those anymore. There's one hardware store in Muncie where I live. They still sell them, but I've never seen them anywhere else at any time. My grandpa used to buy those all the time.
Chuckles?
Chuckles.
I remember Chuckles.
Yeah.
I remember Chuckles.
Yeah. Like one place. You can find them anywhere.
Oh, man.
So I bought some the other day. They're not nearly as good as I used to think they were.
Well, I'll tell you what. I knew we would set off the chat bleachers with something that did it. We'll have to come back to that. And I did get an official Nate, you're old.
Ouch.
Oh, we're down to 5. And 5 comes back as 3. And 3 comes back as the final buy run of the night. Garrett Griffith and Tim Thomas are coming up right now. All right. So we will definitely come back to that. But Tim Thomas dialed in at 473. Garrett Griffith dialed in at 644. We're down like 2 door cars, 3 dragsters. Percentages staying about the same. We went in the last round with 5 dragsters, 4 door cars. But Garrett trying to hold on. What do we got? Representative on the door car side. Griffith and Dattis. I guess if that's what your door car hopes come down to, those are a couple of good guys to hang your hat on. So Thomas with a 473, first one into the beams. Garrett Griffith rolls it in, locks it onto the spot, and here we go. Thomas, good night. Thank you for stopping by. Tim Thomas was 40 on the tree. Just not the right time to miss it. Unfortunately, Tim, who has been absolutely knocking it dead on the tree, ends up with a 40 this time. Garrett Griffith, 16 green, and goes 645 on a 644. So Griffith will take care of business against the dragsters one more time, and that's got Gary Gross and Matt Dattis rolling up now. Gary, 461. Matt Dattis dialed in at 619.
Thanks, Nate. You got my phone going, too.
Yeah?
I get a text. Reese's Pumpkins are where it's at. Yeah, Justin Wanamaker. Yeah.
See?
He wants to know double stuff or regular Oreos.
Regular.
Yeah, we are not the same. Peter, come get Nate. I'll bring double stuff so I'll be safe.
So the dragsters dialed 461. Can Matt Dattis in the door car make it that essentially the dragsters' final hope is Corey Manuel? Or will Gary Gross make it to where the dragsters are going to have Garrett Griffith surrounded? Because it really kind of comes down to this. And I don't know if Griffith, I don't know that he had a bye run. I don't believe he did.
Oh, my.
Oh, Matt Dattis is going to make it really hard on Gary Gross. And Matt Dattis, 001, 621 on a 619.
He makes it look easy. When you're 1 to a 43, though,
actually makes me feel like maybe I could do this.
right?
It
Well,
just makes it look so easy.
I'm not sure you can because the text after your regular Oreo comment I got from Justin is he's old.
He's right. So Matt Daddis and Garrett Griffith wiped the floor with the dragsters. Cameron Manuel going to get the shot here, and I mean, here's where it plays out. Cameron Manuel's got the bye run. Won't be eligible for it again. I do not believe that Daddis or Griffith have had a bye run yet, and it's not going to matter. Manuel's got only one red. So what we do know is that a door car will get the bye. There will be guaranteed a door car in the final round. And what we'll find out is whether it will be an all-door car final or whether we will get something like we had last night with a dragster versus a door car. Nick Folk takes over the left side of the racetrack. Dialed in at 4:56. Kyle Cotrera is on the right side. He's dialed at 4:66. So a tenth of a second head start is going to go to Kyle Cotrera over on the right side of the racetrack. It was Jeff Verdi first, Luke Bagacki second, Randall Reed third, Peeps Pennington fourth. And the fifth racer to join that list of names is going to be decided about a minute from now. So the question is, who will join Jeff Verdi, Luke Bagacki, Randall Reed, and Peeps Pennington as a $1 million main event winner at the Spring Fling? The cars have entered the water box. They've done the burnouts. The crowd begins to fill in behind because everybody wants to know who will claim the $375,000 that is up for grabs here today. Scotty Richardson over on the left side. He has a 602 dial-in showing up on that left side scoreboard. For Nick Folk out of Durand, Illinois, the 453 dial is on the scoreboard as well. We are going to put him into the beams just like this. Scotty Richardson is in. Nick Folk has got his car pre-staged. Scotty the first one to go all the way in. Nick Folk joins him on the line. The tree drops, and away we go. Scotty Richardson is away on the green. Nick Folk's coming down at the line, and it's going to be Scotty Richardson. 602 on the 602. Scotty was 007 at this end of the racetrack. To Nick Folk's 011 reaction time. Scotty takes 3 thou at the stripe, and it's going to be dead on 2. Richardson gets the win line. Nick Folk was 11 on the tree and dead on 1 in a final that rivaled every other round of competition that we had.
We are here in the Maytag Silver State Refrigeration $1 Million winner circle with your champion today, Scotty Richardson. Scotty, I've stood here with you a couple of times for some pretty big stuff, but it was foot brake racing. Nothing nearly as big as this. Here you have won the $1 million race, or a $1 million race. Finally, the last thing to check off of your list. I can see it in your eyes, and your emotion right now. How are you feeling about what you just accomplished, Scotty?
Speechless, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's all emotion, man. No matter what, I've been wanting to win one of these, and really, I just got this car. If it wasn't for Edmund and the boys putting it together, I wouldn't even be here with it. So all I got to do is thank Wes Gossett and his family, John Angel. I took 2 weeks off. I wanted to go to Galat, but I tested a little bit because these young guys, actually racers in general, have passed me, and I'm okay with that. But I've got a little bit left in the gas tank, and this is one special to me just because we all say we want to win certain races, and this is one that I really wanted to win, and man upstairs was with me all day.
Well, no doubt, you've done a bunch, and the young, you know, it does seem to be a young racer's game these days because they take a long time. They go well in the night. You stretched this thing over 2 days, Scotty. You've had a few birthdays, but you held it all together. You was great when you had to be, good when you needed it, got by a round or two. Everything fell into place for you. You've just checked off the list as a $1 million race winner. Scotty, it was a young guns deal in the shootout, but sorry, no disrespect, but the has-beens just showed them what they got.
Well, I'm not even going to say that other than those guys are really good. The cars are good. I'm about 70 pounds too heavy, but I can promise you that I took 2 weeks off to give these guys the next 4 weeks, something that they hadn't been accustomed to. And today was one of those days I was off, but I run the right guys at the right time. And I always preach to everybody, they don't ask you how you do it at the end of the day. But I do have to thank all the Spring Fling, Optima, K&N, Beyondos, everybody that puts this race on. No matter what anybody says, you can't make everybody happy. These guys did the best they could with what's thrown at them. And, you know, Pete's obviously one of the greatest racers of all time. We kind of nudge each other some, and it's not personal. But the deal is he is one of the best. He's a lot. I mean, that's why we picked him to run against the young guns. And he just give it back a thou. And I told him earlier this weekend that I wanted to take a picture with him because, I mean, it's a dream of mine to win the race. So I thought about Ryan Herm. He's bet against me the whole time. I couldn't win a Pete Biondo race. I've thought about Troy Williams because he's kept me, and I can't wait till he collects that $100 off of him. But I appreciate everybody here, and I love Bristol. It's been my 4 biggest races of my career, and I can't wait to come back.
Well, Scotty, you laid down 9 total in the final, and his 12 come up a little short. That's got to feel good, what you just accomplished. You've won so much. Checking this off the list has got to feel great. Congratulations on an amazing day at the racetrack. I don't imagine very many racing dreams are out there to come true for you, but one just did. But it ain't a dream, brother. You earned it. Congratulations on an amazing, amazing day.
Thank you a lot. Thank you to everybody. Thanks. I do have to say thanks to Hoosier Tires, because no matter what, this is tricky conditions out here on and off, and 60-foot stayed good, and the car was really good. So, hey, thank you. Thanks, everybody. Good luck to everybody the rest of the night and tomorrow, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Well said. Scotty Richardson, everybody. Your $1 million winner here at the K&N Spring Fling presented by Optima. Hold on. Y'all hold on just a second.
I do have to say one thing. I did call my wife on the way down the return road, and it would have been a little better with her here, but she was. So
awesome stuff. Savannah, that one's for you, girl. Congratulations. Scotty Richardson, your Silver State Maytag, Silver State Refrigeration Maytag $1 million champion. Checking that off the list, and what a list it is for Scotty Richardson. Huge celebration here. Guys, get them ready back in the lanes. Just as soon as we get everything wrapped up here, we'll go racing once again in the re-entry round.
Rad torque guns are the world's most powerful and reliable torquing systems with the highest power-to-weight ratio. Rad torque guns are available in pneumatic, battery, and electronic drive systems with torque ranges from 500 to 15,000 foot-pounds of torque. Rad torque guns are being used around the world by companies such as Boeing Aerospace, Caterpillar Equipment, GE Wind Towers, the U.S. military, and many, many more. Rad torque systems are also very involved in the drag racing community, sponsoring many events as well as a large fleet of Rad-sponsored race cars. For more information, visit radtorque.com.
We will take our semifinals to the lanes. Mosier Engineering, 25K, Thursday. So semifinalists, we'll take you to the lanes, please. Garrett Griffith picking your lane over Manuel. Matt Daddis on the solo. So Mosier Thursday. The Rad Fall Fling presented by Optima Batteries. Appreciate it so much. We are going to settle this thing in short order.
change just to call you mine. Tonight is all about to let it go. Pick another road.
Look what time it is. Semifinals time.
We like semifinal time.
We do. It's next to finals time.
It's kind of like Thursday afternoon.
Right. Exactly. So Garrett Griffith and Cameron Manuel set to square off. And oh, look, it's a dragster versus a door truck. Closely resembles a door car. It's a door truck. Garrett Griffith, 644, left side. Cameron Manuel, 445, right side. So not 2 seconds, like only 1.99 second wait.
Makes it so much easier.
Yeah, it does. I mean, that changes the whole game.
Changes the whole dynamic.
Right, yeah. No overthinking it then, you know.
Oh, my goodness.
So here we go. Who's coming back to face Matt Daddis? Ho-hum, Matt Daddis in another 25K final. Garrett Griffith in the semifinals. Cameron Manuel. I was like, I hear this a lot. It happens a lot. Here we are. Six to a 24. Garrett Griffith with the advantage. Garrett Griffith, your winner. 17 total left side for Griffith. Manuel is locked out. 24, dead 4. Puts himself 11 thou behind. So it's going to be all vehicles with doors in the final. It's Matt Daddis will solo. Vermillion, Ohio, the Grand Am. 619. What he's aiming for. Maybe. Does he run it out? Does he not? What do you think?
I'm going to say he goes to 600 feet, shuts it off.
Could
maybe a little bit before.
I was thinking before maybe. I'm thinking he makes a solid 400 and who knows? He may just knock it dead on right here. Don't know the lane choice matters a whole lot.
No, I don't know that it does. I mean, I've seen Daddis bouncing back and forth.
Yep.
I think he has a tendency to like that right side a little bit better than the left, but you can see here on the buy run, I think he's kind of doing that just in case I end up over here. Let's take a swing at it.
Well, he's going to end up wherever Garrett puts him. Then knock it dead on. See? Man. You're going to run it about 661 feet. There you go. Dead 1. 1 red, dead 1. That's perfect on paper. But
that's true.
I mean, not that counts for anything. But if that would work out, I'll just go 4 under every time when I let go 40. That's perfect.
You're like, I got this.
When the trash talk stops. When it's time to put up or shut up. When your money is in his pocket. When there are no more grudges to settle. Bragging rights earned. Daddy Dave depends on Mickey Thompson tires for his truck, too. Every run, every mile. Mickey Thompson tires.
We drive performance. We drive passion. A background in drag racing. And a future in all forms of motorsports. Because success in one sport isn't enough. Pushing ourselves to be the best. Climbing every mountain. Topping every peak. Until you see Fuel Tech everywhere.
Rad torque guns are the world's most powerful and reliable torquing systems with the highest power-to-weight ratio. Rad torque guns are available in pneumatic, battery, and electronic drive systems with torque ranges from 500 to 15,000 foot-pounds of torque. Rad torque guns are being used around the world by companies such as Boeing Aerospace, Caterpillar Equipment, GE Wind Towers, the U.S. military, and many, many more. Rad torque systems are also very involved in the drag racing community, sponsoring many events, as well as a large fleet of Rad-sponsored race cars. For more information, visit radtorque.com.
In the spring of 2021, 347 racers made their way to Galat Motorsports Park to take part in the Rad Torque Spring Fling presented by Optima Batteries. With 29 states represented, the best drivers in the country would battle it out over 4 days of intense competition. After the dust settled, there would be only one driver that would be awarded the Spring Fling MVP. Meet Caroline McCarty.
Down here cruising the pit area, we got to come talk to Caroline McCarty because she's just awesome.
Thank you.
All right, so tell us about the Rambler wagon.
It's a 68 Rambler. My dad bought it as a street car and turned it into a race car. And I've been driving it for 2 years now. And yeah, I love it. It's so much fun.
All right, now let's talk about the Fling and the 30 grander.
Yeah, that was one of the best days of my life. I love these races. I think everybody else loves them too. Just the fact how they make you feel so at home. And even if you don't come and win, you still go home with something mostly. So I love it. It's one of my favorite races.
At just 18 years old, the young lady from Hazelhurst, Georgia drove her small block Chevy-powered 1968 AMC Rambler wagon deep into the ladder rounds each of the 4 days, defying the odds and the general perception that a 6-second door car cannot be competitive against today's high-dollar tube chassis cars and dragsters.
They're ripping away. Away for Thomas. Caroline in a good position, dominating on the starting line, and Caroline McCarty, 15 green and 8 total.
Caroline McCarty credits her early success to being born in a drag racing family and her willingness to stand up against the best in the business week after week. She lives by the motto, if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best.
All right. Garrett and Matt, we'll take you for the final, please. We'll take our final to the lanes, please.
All right. It's time for the final round. The Mosier Engineering, $25,000 to win Thursday. And the door cars have ruled the roost. That's all that's left. And the two door cars that are left are impressive vehicles, and the two drivers behind the wheels of those door cars are even more impressive. You talk about guys like Matt Daddis and Garrett Griffith, and the names of the royalty ranks of bracket racing over the last several years. Matt Daddis has kind of been one of those names that keeps popping up as a player, as a contender, and a guy that can light up the scoreboards when necessary. And Garrett Griffith, I mean, he's kind of one of those guys that, I wouldn't even say like second to Jeff Serra, but he's done quite a bit over the past several weeks. So the pickup truck of Garrett Griffith and the Grand Am of Matt Daddis. Griffith's got a 644 dial. Matt Daddis sticking with the 621. We know that Griffiths has already picked up a couple of big checks in that pickup truck over the last about month and a half or so. Matt Daddis, who is driving a car that has won a world championship in the ranks of Superstock, that came in off the West Coast to find a new home in Ohio. Matt seems to be pretty happy with the ride. The pre-stage bulbs are lit. Daddis on the right side, Griffith on the left side. Winner gets to go home with the jacket, the trophy, the big check, and the title of Fall Fling champion. Oh, I did not expect to see that as far as reaction times were concerned. I did see a little smoke coming out from under the tires of Matt Daddis as he tried to grab the binders, but the win light's going to belong to Garrett Griffith. 6:45 on a 6:44. Garrett lights up the final scoreboard of the night here on Thursday. Garrett was 0:37 on the tree, and that was the better of the two reaction times. Matt Daddis was 44. Daddis gets to the stripe first by 11 thousandths of a second as Garrett Griffith tried to, they were both trying to dump. Griffith did a little better job. Daddis 6:206 on a 6:21. Take 11th thou at the stripe to break out 4th thou. Garrett Griffith 45 on the 44 and gets the win. So the pickup truck out of Alexandria, Kentucky is going to make its way back down the return road here. We'll pick up the $25,000 payday here at the 2021 Fall Fling at Bristol Dragway. Again, Mosier Engineering.
Jags.
We're going to head down to the winner's circle here with Garrett in just a moment. We'll grab the microphone and head down that way. All right, we're going to jump right in here and get this going as Garrett slings on the Fall Fling event champion jacket here in front of the tower at Bristol. I heard you say you've been wanting one of these, and well, the last month and a half for you hasn't sucked at all.
No.
I mean, you rolled into Columbus, picked up the win in the shootout there, got yourself a nice little, $15,000 payday. The weekend before that, a couple of 10-grander paydays, and tonight on a Mosier Engineering Thursday, picked up another $25,000. Garrett, you've got the magic hand going for you right now, man. What's going to stop this? I mean, just keep it rolling.
Whenever the luck runs out, I can tell you that. Yeah, no, I mean, we swap motors in this thing, put a different motor in it. My dad does most of all that. He keeps this thing running for me, and couldn't ask for a better hot rod thing that does all the work for you. I mean, I let go decent, not great, but when we needed to be decent, we were there. But I mean, I can't thank Mom, Dad, my sister, everybody enough. They keep this thing rolling, and we're just riding the luck.
Well, the luck is definitely rolling for you, and being from Vegas, I understand. When the luck is on your side, you just keep going with it. I mean, a $25,000 payday to here. You're the first one to pick up the win light on a big event day. You got the big check. You got the trophy. You got a lot of supporters that are in your corner. But, you know, we talked about last year here, we did kind of that young guns versus the has-beens. The young guns are up and coming again. It was you and Matt Daddis in the final. That had to be a tough round. I know you guys were kind of high.
Gage Birch, or it was Gage Birch and or who was
No,
it?
here.
Hunter. It was Hunter. Yeah.
No. I'm talking tonight, right now.
Oh, I got you.
Right now.
I thought you
like
were talking about
rolling in. No, not in that race. I'm talking right now. You and Matt Daddis rolling in here. No. We're good. I was like, did you forget who you ran?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's all good. But I saw you guys get out and kind of high five back there in the staging lanes. Obviously, a lot of camaraderie there.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I mean, two good buddies in the final. What more could you ask for? Yeah.
Definitely a good way to end off. All right, we're going to wrap things up. We'll kind of head this way while they come in for photos. And as we're wrapping things up tonight, remember, tomorrow morning we're going to start off at 8 a.m. with that Reaction Time Challenge. After that, we'll get right into our ATI Performance Products $100,000 Friday. We're going to do a little celebrating down here. But race fans, Motor Maniacs, make sure you're back here. Again, big announcement tomorrow morning about the future of the Flings. It's going to change the game a little bit, going to make it a whole lot better for the racers. So 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, we'll be live, we'll be hot. Hopefully you'll be there. But for tonight, we're going to go ahead and check out, call it an evening. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Nobody knows drag racing like Mickey Thompson tires. The Pro Bracket Radial low rolling resistance makes them quicker and faster than their bias ply equivalents.
With the Pro Bracket Radials, we haven't had to change any suspension. We did 5 back-to-back runs, and we only saw 18 thousandths of a difference on the 60-foot. We've had tremendous success with the Pro Bracket Radials.
The Pro Bracket Radial. Be a part of the legend.
Woohoo! That's a wrap, and we had a door car. Well, it was a truck. It was an S10, but it was still a door car. Matt Daddis and Garrett Griffith, like you said, it was the young guns in the final, and Garrett Griffith, way to go, kid! I tell you, $25K. or whatever they decided on. Okay, tomorrow, I'm not really sure. We're scheduled to be live at 9, okay? They are talking about things happening at 8. If things are happening at 8, then we'll go live at 8. So anyway, yeah. So thank you to Jegs and Mickey Thompson for bringing Motormania TV's production of the Fall Fling, the rad Fall Fling, presented by Optima Batteries, to you for free, the viewer. To you, the viewer, for free. I can't even talk. Okay, say your goodbyes to each other, and we will see you tomorrow either at 8 or 9. Okay, bye.